Well, hello everyone and welcome to the AMD 6700 XT live stream. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my stream here so I can see your comments a little better here. Someone already asked, can I do the intro? All right, let's do it. Okay, so during this event, AMD will be live streaming. And I'm assuming that they're going to probably be announcing the 6700 XT. They did mention adding a new family to the Radeon RX, or new member to the Radeon RX family. So we got about 13 minutes until this actually happens. And so in that time, you can go ahead and just write whatever comments you want. If you want to do super chats during this event, if you do a super chat, get a hold of me afterwards and I will add you to the Discord. So that's how that works if you want to get part of the Discord community, which is honestly pretty great. But in any case, yeah, let me pull up the actual event itself so that I can have you guys viewing it. And then we'll get right into things. Let me just move that back a little here. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, okay, so we got some people in the chat here already. Real cost will probably be something like 800 to 900 MSRP, about 500. Yeah, that's what yeah, honestly, guys, the it's gonna be expensive. Let's put it that way. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up the source so that you guys can see it real quick here. I thought I had it pulled up already, but I guess not. Let's try that again. Okay, sorry for the delay here. Let's see. Okay, let's try that. Hold on. No, that's not what I... Hold on. What? Yeah. Okay, so $650 MSRP. Yep, wouldn't be surprised. In any case, let's see. Window capture. There it is. Okay, sorry about that. It's not doing it? Okay, let's try that again. Sorry about this, guys. Let's... It's not wanting to pull up the Edge browser for whatever reason. That's bizarre. Let's try that again. Ah, there it is. Typical Edge. Okay. All right, we're in the clear. We're in the clear. Now let me resize these two. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Anyway, there we go. Now we're ready. Let me just move this off to the side so I can read it. Okay. Sorry for that. I thought we had it working here, but now we're good to go. So as soon as this goes live, I'll fully full screen it so you guys can see everything. But for now, really, let's just leave it like this. So in any case, thank you everyone so much for watching. Again, sorry for the small delay there. But we do still have 10 minutes till it starts, so there you go. All right. What's the best processor for gaming / streaming and editing? I feel like the best mix is the 5900X. I actually just installed that into my system, so I should have a little bit of extra speed here. But honestly, you can get by with the 5800X no problem. So, oh, it looks like my camera's maybe could be pointed down a little more. There we go. All right. Lucas says, a friend of mine bought a 3060 directly from a warehouse for €280 with tax included. So what you said about overpricing is true. Well, yeah, it should be $280 basically. Honestly, 300, I guess I could have accepted it. 330 is a little too much. Obviously, in today's market, it's a deal. But looking back at the 1060 and the 960, yeah, it's not a good deal. Then you got $500. Yeah, that's just, it's outrageous. This is outrageous. It's unfair. Okay. Did you do that wall yourself? It looks professional. Yep, I sure did. When I do end up moving into a new room, I will actually redo it, and so it should be a little more even. We'll see how that happens, but that's not for a while. So it'll look the exact same. It just hopefully will look a little less crooked. But in any case, yeah, we got about 9 minutes here, so get your questions in. Obviously, with 645 people watching right now, it's gonna be hard to get to you. So if there's something you really want me to read, or you just want to get access to the Discord, make sure to do super chat. Because like I mentioned earlier, anyone who does a super chat, if you get a hold of me via Twitter or my email after the live stream, I will add you to our Discord member. Discord member to the Discord. It's just called the Discord. Do more Anakin Skywalker impressions. You're holding me back. They're jealous. I can't think. What's some other stuff? Oh, you know, Master, I couldn't find a speeder I liked. Just classic. All right, so I'm pulling up the Discord here. I'm going to have my headphones on for this one. That's right. All right. Do you like sand? I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. What sites are dropping? Ooh, I'm not sure if like you're actually gonna be able to purchase any today, but all right, someone says, I was looking to get an RX 578 gigabyte for a new mining rig to play with, and I can't find any GPUs below retail price. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're trying to get them for. It's hard to get GPUs right now. Yeah, if you want to know how to do the best Anakin, like relax your mouth and put in as little effort into speaking as possible, and there you go. You've got a perfect Christian Haydenson doing Anakin impressions. So... It's just phone it in as much as possible. Oh. Anyway. We got Nate Train in the Discord. Did you get your case today? Not yet. It's coming in later. We talking about Star Wars? Yeah, we're changing. You know what, guys? Let's be honest. I think let's cancel the 6700 XT stream. This is now a prequels review stream. We do have 6 minutes until the thing starts here, though. Dark mode. I don't know if I can do dark mode because I'm on... don't worry about it. It won't matter because the stream will be starting soon. Then you won't have to worry about it. Let's see how many times in the chat people are saying out of stock or whatever. No stock. Out of stock. There they go already. Yep. Do you have your gamer water? I always have my gamer water. Are you kidding me? Think I'd miss out on that? Yeah, as if I'd be out of my gamer water. Come on. What's your favorite Star Wars character and why? Oh man, we're getting off topic. If I had to do that, let me think. I feel like maybe Darth Maul, maybe. I really liked him and the actor who did him in that first movie. Now, obviously not the first movie, but you know what I mean. But yeah. Anyway, so we got about 5 minutes left here for you, and the acting isn't great. Are you talking about Christian? Did I hear Christian Haydenson? I heard he was good in Looper, but his performance in the first few movies did not sell it for me. But anyway, Intel is our only hope. Yeah, we've gotten way off topic here. I'm going to give a few predictions here, actually, before the stream starts. Here's my predictions. $500 for the 6700 XT. Supposedly, I think it was Cortex who said there would be two models, so there might be like a second 6700 XT model. Maybe that'll be $450. Then we're not going to see a 6700 today. I don't think so. $500 US. That's right. $500 US for the 6700 XT. That's my guess. What are the third-party options going to come in at? Probably like $650. Woo! Yeah. I'm real worried about the supply that they'll have as well. So I'm honestly, the main reason why I'm excited for this stream is I'm like, please AMD, show off your Fidelity FX Super Resolution or some other software stuff you've been working on. I'm honestly more excited for that than the graphics cards. Because I just don't think with them producing the consoles as well as making so much money on these new processors that they're going to be able to meet demand. So that's, I think they'll be able to start meeting demand on their processors sooner, but it's going to take them a little while for the graphics cards. But they'll probably take a little longer than NVIDIA. Can I do a Yoda impression? There you go. Where are we going to buy this? On eBay. I just maybe we will get a little more lucky with the 6700 series, but the 6800 and 6900 series have been real hard to get, like really hard to get. Is this a launch or an announcement release? I believe it's an announcement. It could be a launch. We'll see what happens. Don't do that. Don't give me hope. Actually, there's a couple videos coming out, guys, by the way. If you're not subscribed right now, I highly suggest you subscribe and hit that bell icon because I got a couple really exciting videos coming out with some really good news that should be, honestly, there should be some more availability coming soon, I think. There's been some plans put into place to allow for much more production of silicon that I don't think anyone's covered yet. So there's some really interesting content I'll be putting out soon that will finally have some good news. So if you're not subscribed, make sure that you are. And again, if you are subscribed, hit that bell icon so that you always see those videos show up in your feed. What happened to your other shirt? It was getting really old, like really old. And this one actually shows up on camera a little better, which, by the way, I gotta move something real quick here. Ooh. There we go. I'll get a little more light now. My second monitor was kind of blocking the light. Subbed. Awesome. Thank you, Haywire5. Yeah. If you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Come on now. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can see that awesome content coming. No, seriously, though, there's some really awesome content coming. Uh-oh, we got some spam in the chat. Putting you in timeout. There we go. All right, so the event should be starting basically in a minute here. Let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and resize myself to be a little smaller. Let's pull up the event. I'm going to put this over here. All right. It should be starting here. We're just about less than a minute away. I'll be continuing the live stream a little bit after it ends as well, so if you want to get some questions in then, that would be a good time as well. But yeah, it looks like it's about to be starting here. Everyone's just spamming out of stock on the AMD thing. Oh. Yep. Well, let's hope for good stocks this time. Good stonks. I'm actually going to pull up AMD.com as a backup. Just in case. Just in case things... Hold on. Because sometimes things don't... Things just don't pan out. But yep, looks like, all right, they're 2 minutes late. Hey, I'm okay with that. So it looks like we got an extra 2 minutes here. I guess I do not have to. Oh, that's probably really loud. Sorry, guys. Oh, no, I have it muted. I'm going to unmute this, but I'm going to turn the volume way down. Okay. That should do it for now. All right, how's that? How's that? Why'd you go with the Kraken X62 instead of Z73? At the time, I think it was what was available. Right now, I'm actually using the Liquid Freezer 2 420, so it's basically the biggest water cooler you can get your hands on. That's an AIO, or sorry, AIO. Yeah, AIO. Because I just wanted, I was like, it's kind of an investment. I'm just gonna get the biggest one you can. So I actually have a new case coming in as well as 32 gigabytes of RAM. I'm finally moving up to that. I finally now feel like, not for games, but for content creation purposes, 16 gigabytes is finally, for me, starting to cut it close. So good time to upgrade. I also heard that supposedly there's going to be some price increases. I don't know about that, but we'll see. I think my camera's a little overexposed. We're starting in 30 seconds. Awesome. Okay. Video capture device. Let's configure video. Oh. Here we go. It's a little too dark now. All right, well, looks like we're dealing with a little overexposure. Here it is. We're starting, baby. Two minutes till non-stock.
A warm welcome to all of the gamers tuning in from around the world, and a big thank you to all of our partners and resellers who support selling the AMD Radeon brand watching this today. I'm excited to be here with you and share the details of a brand new Radeon graphics GPU. We are so happy that so many of you share our passion for gaming. This passion has been going on strong for over 30 years. Throughout these years, we have been standing by our core values of innovation and open standards, bringing you new gaming products and technologies, all while making them widely accessible.
We get that DLSS?
At its core, the video game industry has been about innovation. New technologies, new games, and new experiences are expected every year, so it should be no surprise to anyone.
Oh, come on. What?
That with the introduction of new processors, graphics cards, and gaming consoles, 2020 was the biggest year ever for the gaming industry. There were 3.1 billion gamers last year, which is almost 40% of the world's population, powering a $174 billion gaming industry. There is no doubt that PC, console, and mobile gaming is one of the largest entertainment industries in the world. Leading up to today, AMD has accelerated our investment in gaming features to produce new technologies that dramatically improve your gameplay. In the short time since we introduced our first generation AMD RDNA architecture in the summer of 2019, we pioneered responsivity features known as Radeon Anti-Lag, which enables lower input latency for competitive gaming, and Radeon Boost, which encompasses the input latency reduction of anti-lag while also providing performance increases.
That was honestly a good push.
Anti-lag was available on all DX9 and DX11 games, and Boost was available on 8 popular games by the end of 2019. We have been committed to developing these features and have some exciting enhancements to talk to you about later on. In 2020, we pioneered AMD Smart Access memory technology. We were the first company to seek out and popularize the standard resizable bar technology and bring that performance benefit to PC gamers around the world. We enabled additional performance in many games for our Ryzen 5000 series desktop processors and Radeon RX 6000 series graphics cards. A lot of you have been asking us about support on previous generation CPUs with AMD Smart Access memory. So today, we are announcing that in addition to the Ryzen 5000 series processors, we will be enabling Ryzen 3000 series processors to deliver the same great performance improvements of AMD Smart Access memory technology when paired with an AMD Radeon RX 6000 series graphics card. Yes. We love coming up with features like this for gamers, and we have a lot more in store. Last year, we launched our Radeon RX 6800 series and RX 6900 XT graphics cards, featuring the efficient and feature-packed AMD RDNA 2 architecture. With AMD RDNA 2, we were able to hit up to 65% more performance per watt than the previous AMD RDNA architecture.
That's a huge leap.
Plus, we built in all of the latest technologies and features that gamers will use for years to come. The Radeon RX 6900 XT, RX 6800 XT, and RX 6800 graphics cards are true next-generation GPUs, built to deliver full immersion in your latest games, allowing for maximum settings while playing at 4K resolutions. Today, our AMD RDNA 2 family of GPUs is growing. Towards the end of 2020, we introduced Big Navi, which was affectionately named by AMD fans around the world. And now we are bringing the next step down in our product stack to reach even more gamers.
Ooh.
We are proud to announce our latest AMD RDNA 2 GPU chip, the Radeon RX 6700
There it
XT.
is.
Designed specifically to accelerate your gaming experience at 1440p resolution.
That's a high game
and of course
clock.
at max settings. Over 95% of gamers in the world play on
230
displays
watts,
that
though.
have 1440p resolution or below. And not surprisingly, the 1440p resolution is the fastest growing monitor segment that gamers are upgrading to, with a 44% growth in sales year over year. Which is why we built the RX 6700 XT to perform extremely well at this resolution. Perhaps more exciting is that gamers are catching on to the importance of having a high refresh rate capable monitor, so that your GPU and monitor can take advantage of every fast frame in highly competitive games. The industry experienced over 98% display shipment growth of 1440p, greater than 100 Hz refresh rate monitors year over year.
Thank
Which
God.
is exactly why we built the RX 6700 XT. Thermals and sound matter, so we've invested heavily in every exquisite detail for maximum results. The RX 6700 XT thermals are built to handle large workloads, cooling your GPU while providing horsepower when you need it, and is also whisper quiet when you don't. Each RX 6700 XT made by AMD features a custom dual axial fan design meant to deliver up to 50% less perceived noise versus previous blower designs. These cards feature the same 0 RPM fan mode as the other RX 6000 series cards to ensure the best operations in low usage modes. Underneath the cover, we've optimized the design around 3 heat pipes with fins held securely in place with a single die-cast aluminum frame. The cards feature 11 phases for high efficiency, high performance at very high clock speeds.
Nice.
To further ensure high performance, each card features 2 layers of 2-ounce copper within each 10-layer PCB. We use a high-performing, reliable, phase-change thermal interface material for effective heat dissipation and heat flow.
That better
into the
not
heat
be
pump.
another
These boards
stupid
feature 12
thermal
gigabytes
pad.
of high-performance GDDR6, support the latest
I
PCIe
swear.
4.0 motherboards, and standard edge-based power connectors.
AMD.
Last but not least, the RX 6700 XT supports DisplayPort 1.4 and HDMI 2.1 for the latest high refresh rate displays in the market.
That thermal pad.
Now that you've seen what's under the
Makes
hood,
me
let's
so
take a
mad.
look at performance. We know most of you today may still be using graphics cards from 3 or 4 years ago in your PCs and are starting to see some challenging performance in the latest games.
They're using a
In games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla,
At least that's
Borderlands
what I
3,
think.
Call of Duty, Cyberpunk 2077, and even Dirt 5, cards like the NVIDIA GTX 1070 Ti struggle to get good performance at 1440p with maximum settings. Even if you have a more recent RTX 2080 Super, you will find newer games challenging on your GPU for playability. The Radeon RX 6700 XT is a great upgrade that would allow you to deliver high frame rates at 1440p with
pretty good
everything
frames.
turned on in these modern titles. Let's also talk about future readiness. One of the reasons the RX 6700 XT is so great with modern titles is because we've equipped the RX 6700 XT with 12 gigabytes of GDDR6 to handle increasing texture loads and greater visual demands that modern games at higher resolutions and max settings throw at your desktop PC. Games such as Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, DX12 Ultra with high texture packs consume approximately 11.1 gigabytes. Dirt 5 in DX12 ultra high settings consumes 9.5 gigabytes. Horizon Zero Dawn DX12 ultimate settings can easily use 10.4 gigabytes. And my favorite, Red Dead Redemption 2, Vulkan Ultra 9.4 gigabytes. With the AMD Radeon RX 6700 XT, you can expect this new GPU to handle today's demanding AAA titles and those that will be launched in the coming
They
months.
really did do a better job
We've
with the
just
VRAM.
looked at how the RX 6700 XT performs relative to previous generation GPUs. Now, let's see how it performs relative to modern competition. As you can see, in games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Borderlands 3, Hitman, and many more, the Radeon RX 6700 XT competes exceptionally well.
That's fast.
For those of you who want to try out ray tracing, the Radeon RX 6700 XT features 40 ray accelerators for full DirectX ray tracing support. But ray tracing is just one part of our visual initiative, and we are optimizing games alongside other techniques in our AMD Fidelity FX feature set
Where's
to
super
allow for a
resolution?
complete high frame rate experience. Games like Dirt 5, Godfall,
Where's that super
World of Warcraft
resolution,
Shadowlands,
baby?
and the Riftbreaker feature the latest DirectX 12 Ultimate techniques and AMD Fidelity FX to bring both high performance and enhanced immersion to more games. AMD Fidelity FX is yet another example of the power of open standards and AMD initiatives to improve the experience of PC gaming for more gamers. The Fidelity FX feature set includes a variety of techniques that sharpen, denoise, and add detail, shadows, and many more visual enhancements to make your games look better. It's a big reason why AMD Fidelity FX, with just 2 years of development, is already in over 40 games.
Super resolution.
The next exciting title, featuring both ray tracing and AMD Fidelity FX, will be from our partners at Capcom. Resident Evil Village, the 8th major entry in the Resident Evil series, demonstrates what is possible with ultra-realistic graphics powered by the RE engine, and the latest generation Radeon RX 6000 series graphics cards. The next generation of visuals for both ray tracing and AMD Fidelity FX really add to the atmosphere and experience these games are known for. Be sure to check out Resident Evil Village May 7th, 2021. As important as realistic visuals are, we know that competitive gamers who are playing esports titles today desire the best responsiveness, latency, and smooth frame rate technologies. Radeon Anti-Lag enables lower input latency, and Radeon Boost encompasses the input latency reduction of anti-lag while also providing performance increases in select games. And these features, along with AMD FreeSync technology, can reduce lag, make games more responsive, and enable tear-free gaming. What's new with Radeon Anti-Lag today is that we've now added support for DirectX 12, which means anti-lag is available on virtually almost all popular games.
Yeah,
Radeon Boost is now enhanced with the addition of variable rate shading support and an expanded list of supported games that can take advantage of this feature. Your goal in any competitive games is to win.
If this turns out to basically
Let's
be a
take a look
12
at Radeon
gigabyte
Boost in
3070, that's
When you're in an
tempting.
intense matchup, you want to quickly target and shoot the enemy before they notice you. Enabling Radeon Boost will certainly enhance your ability to win in a 1v1 scenario. We achieve this by varying the shading rate happening on screen during that character movement without noticeable image degradation. In the example here, we have the Radeon RX 6700 XT running Fortnite, averaging around 120 frames per second without boost enabled. By enabling Radeon Boost, gamers can get up to 150 frames per second or more when your in-game character spins to target and shoots at an opponent, instantly providing an increased performance at the most critical time. Another important piece of the ultimate gaming experience is having a monitor that matches the output of your graphics card. AMD FreeSync Premium and FreeSync Premium Pro monitors are the perfect pairings for Radeon RX 6700 XT, enabling low latency, high competitive refresh rates, and smooth gaming.
Where's that
alone, we
HDR
certified
1000
nearly
though?
250 Premium and Premium Pro displays. With the high refresh rate FreeSync Premium displays, you will want a graphics card that can deliver high frame rates, and the RX 6700 XT delivers that easily in your favorite competitive games. The RX 6700 XT can easily drive the latest 165Hz 1440p displays, even if you've maxed out all the visual settings. Having the best hardware adds a competitive advantage. And by combining the latest Ryzen processors and Radeon graphics cards, you unlock the full performance potential of your rig, thanks to AMD Smart Access Memory, Radeon Anti-Lag, and of course, AMD FreeSync technologies. We're so excited to announce that our latest esports partner, taking advantage of this powerful hardware combination, is the Mercedes-AMG Petronas esports team. Their esports team has recently switched their gaming rigs to an all-AMD platform, providing a highly optimized competitive gaming experience with the same kind of championship-level performance as seen on the grid, but now in virtual Formula One. AMD Ryzen processors and Radeon graphics together provide high-octane performance, responsivity for those hairpin turns, and the smoothest driving experience during every second of gameplay. The combination of fast reaction times with low latency is the difference between winning or finishing outside the podium. We're looking forward to seeing the team achieve great results in this year's upcoming competitive season. Whether you're playing the latest demanding games, at the top of the leaderboard and carrying your team, or enjoying the latest in immersive visuals, the Radeon RX 6700 XT is a fantastic graphics card for you. Now, let's talk about availability. The AMD Radeon RX 6700 XT will be available on March 18th with an SCP at $479 on AMD.com. Demand for GPUs is at an all-time high right now, And in order to maximize availability at launch, we are launching both made by AMD reference designs for sale on AMD.com and our AIB partner designs at e-tailers and retailers across the globe on day one. You'll be able to purchase the Radeon RX 6700 XT at your
You
favorite
won't be able
website
to
starting
purchase.
March 18th. Lastly, for those who do not want to build a PC for themselves, the RX 6700 XT is also available with the Ryzen 5000 series processor from 40 plus system build partners, including the latest HP Omen PC launching later this month.
I would love to buy.
We are excited to have the Radeon RX
6700
6700 XT join the 6000 series family.
But I don't
with
think it'll work
next-generation
in
technology
Premiere for me.
advancements, future-ready memory capability, and competitive software features. While 2021 is just getting started, so are we. Expect even more RDNA 2 announcements soon from us to expand our family even further. Until next time, everyone, stay safe and have fun gaming.
Where was the super resolution, huh? Well, let's recap that. All right. That was exactly what I thought it would be. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's see. I want to pull up the availability section real quick again. I know he just talked about that.
GPUs is at an all-time high right now. And in order to maximize availability,
All right, let's pull that up real quick. I'm going to pause it.
Made by AMD reference designs for sale on AMD.com and our AIB partner design. We are launching both made by AMD reference $179.
Here we go. Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take these headphones off because I don't need them anymore because it's already over. By the way, if you are watching right now and you're not subscribed for whatever reason, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. I got a bunch of really cool content coming, so if you want to be updated on some actually really good news that's coming out here, then definitely hit that subscribe button. But in any case, let's recap this whole thing. So we're looking at here is it's $480. It's going to be available March 18th. We'll see what happens. So obviously that's pretty soon. That's in 15 days here. And I would love to get this card because it looks like, at least according to what they showed, now they're probably showing it in the best light. It looks like it's basically a 3070 with 12 gigabytes of VRAM. Awesome. I would love to have a 3070, 12 gigabytes of VRAM. For me, I always felt like the 3080 should have had 12 and the 3070 should have had 10. That would have been pretty good. 12 would be even better. So seeing 12 is great, and the reason why 12 specifically is great for me is because the new consoles, I believe, have access to about 12 gigabytes of VRAM that they can actually use in games, 4 gigabytes that they're going to probably use for other system tasks. So by having a video card with 12 gigabytes of VRAM, you'll never have to dip into your RAM. It should all just be able to do it straight on the video card, allowing you to get the maximum performance out of your video card. So that's really great to see. They got a bunch of awesome features like they talked about. I like the cooler. Let's talk about some things I don't like, though. One, the first thing I don't like, they're using a stupid thermal pad again. I'm sure it's a great thermal pad, but when you compare it to thermal paste, some high-performance thermal paste, it's just never going to be as good. At least I don't think it's going to be, because with thermal paste, you can squeeze the cooler tight enough where there's very little of it between that and the actual cooler, which should, in theory, allow for better thermal transfer. So I don't like that. I think that's them throwing away thermal performance. I mean, you build this really nice cooler and then you put a pad on it. I really don't like that. It's a shame that they do that. It seems to work fine, though. I'm sure they do it just because it's a lot easier. So whatever, it is what it is. The other thing I don't like is, obviously, it's really expensive. $480. I guess it's a little better than $500. I think I said $500 was my prediction, so I was a little off there. So in theory, it would be a better gaming card than the 3070. I mean, if you could actually buy this with 12 gigabytes of VRAM, even if it's a little slower than the 3070, I'd rather have this. Except, I personally can't buy AMD cards right now because the last time I checked, they weren't working with GPU acceleration in Premiere. Obviously, I use Premiere for my job, so I just can't buy these. And I'll have to check in again to see if they made any progress on that. Hopefully they have, because if they haven't, that basically locks users like me out. I can't use AMD cards, and it's a real shame, because I know people are like, oh, use DaVinci Resolve, but the problem is I can't just change my whole workflow to save $20 on a card. It doesn't make sense. That's a big ask. It's a lot easier said than done when you're so used to doing that. It doesn't work for me. So I use Premiere Pro, I use Photoshop, I use the whole Adobe suite. So for me, I need GPU acceleration working everywhere. I need it to work in the timeline. I need it to work when I go to render a video in H.264, H.265. It just needs to work from beginning to end. It needs to work every single driver update all the time, always. No chances, no risks. So that's something that I really hope they get to, because last time I didn't see, it just wasn't working for me when I had 6800 XT. It would either crash or it would completely destroy the video essentially. So that's something they really need to work on, because the Adobe software suite is super popular. So until that happens, I mean, I can't even put that in my girlfriend's PC, because that's kind of like my backup PC if things went wrong. So if my computer stopped working today, I would have to use that backup computer. And if it's got an AMD card in it, that doesn't work for me, because I can't use Premiere. So I can't buy AMD cards, which sucks. Because again, if this was available at $480, it's a better deal in my opinion than the 3070. Now, of course, we got to wait for actual benchmarks. But again, 12 gigabytes of VRAM. You got a really fast video card here. $480 in current pricing. That's pretty good. Now, what I don't like is that this is replacing the 5700 XT. That came in at $400. They were trying to push for $450, and people made a big fit about it, rightfully so, and they stopped doing that. Now, there's been some severe inflation that has occurred in the last year or so here. So I would understand if they push to say 430, maybe even up to 450. 480 is pushing it. I would like to see this ideally come in at about $430. I think that would be fair. It feels like this is kind of a mid-range card to me, right? It's a 192-bit bus. It's half of a 6800 XT. This is a mid-range card where the mid-range just keeps creeping up and up and up and up and up. $480 for mid-range card is ridiculous. So I don't know if we can fix this either, because if we can, it's going to take a lot of years and a lot of competition. And basically, Ethereum mining and all these other mining coins like Raven coin, they need to basically go away if you want video card prices to go back to normal. Because otherwise, $480 is basically the best you're going to get for a mid-range card. Inflation aside, it's just, if people are buying these cards for $1,000, why wouldn't they continue to raise the price? And that's going to be hard to push back against. I mean, so, oh, we got someone spamming in the chat here. But in any case, yeah, if you want me to go over some questions, I will be continuing the live stream for a little bit here. So yeah, put some questions in the chat here, and then I'll try and get back to you. Obviously, with 1,488 people watching, that's a lot of people to get to. If you want me to get to your question, probably the best way would be super chat. And again, then you can get added to the Discord. I'm gonna go ahead and resize myself a little bit bigger here. So yeah, if you do super chat and you get a hold of me via after the show via either Twitter or my email, I will add you to our the channel Discord. So that's a good way of doing it. We got someone in the Discord right now. Actually, Tabertka says, "Did I miss it, or was there no price mentioned?" 9:18 a.m. Yeah, he's probably watching right now. Nope, there's definitely a price mentioned. Talking about it right now. All right. So, we got, oh geez, I need to put on slow mode next time. This is ridiculous. All right, how come AMD cards not good for productivity? I think it depends. For me, it's not good for productivity because I use the Adobe suite and I've had problems with them in the past. They also just have a lot less shaders than NVIDIA. NVIDIA's got a lot of shaders, so that definitely contributes to that as well. So, yeah. Gosh, we got some spam going on here. Okay, so Blender still uses best for NVIDIA. Okay. Turn on slow mode. Yeah. Well, it may be a little late for that. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's a little late for that, guys. Oh well, we'll get to it next time. Anyway, I'm gonna pull up the deal here so I can actually see what people are saying. Okay. Yep, there we go. All right. There, now I can actually see what you guys are saying better. In any case, wholesome chat. All right. DLSS alternative win thoughts. Okay, so that's a good question because I was hoping they might show it off today. Obviously, that didn't happen. That's really not great because yeah, I was really hoping they would show it off because if they don't have a DLSS competitor, I mean, yes, it's as fast as a 3070 in some cases according to AMD, but you could probably take a 3060 with DLSS on performance mode and beat the 6700 XT, and the difference in quality is not going to be that big. So yeah. Someone said, I can't remember if you already mentioned this, but thinking about buying a 3070, should I buy a 6700 XT instead? I would buy whatever you can get. There's my answer, which will likely be a 3070. Someone said, I think Radeon Boost is same like DLSS. No, that's not. That's not the same. All right. I'm an avid Blender user, Ryzen Thorn says, and NVIDIA still has the A game because of internal settings in the software. I'll just shell out more money for NVIDIA because work. See, yeah, it's things like this that AMD needs to jump on because you need these professionals to use it and influencers to use it, YouTubers to use it so that more and more people are driven towards AMD. I hope they get to that. GSK Gaming says, how are you? Great, how are you? What's the best GPU for 1440p 144 hertz solid? I'd say like 3070, 3080, that type of 6800, 6800 XT. Those are pretty solid choices there. GPUs are just overpriced, Midranger says. Absolutely. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'm definitely disappointed they didn't introduce any DLSS competitor. I wonder when that's coming. I think they really need to get out soon. Can you buy right now on AMD site? No, they launched what was it, March 18th, right? Yeah, March 18th. So no, that's not gonna be a possibility yet. All right, so Shadow Universe says, I'm a big competitive gamer, but I also work with Adobe. I guess I'll just stick with trying to get a 3060 Ti. Yeah, I mean, it may be worth looking into to see if like there's a recent driver that fixed something, but as far as I know, nothing was working correctly. So. Okay, Drenner D says, sorry, but please explain all this to me, please. I'm extremely late to the game, but it's still confused. What's going on with the lack of GPUs? What does crypto mining have to do with any of this? So there's a lot of factors that have contributed to GPUs being incredibly hard to get. So first of all, everyone was kind of stuck at home, so then they started looking for things to do. Gaming is one of those things, obviously. So a lot of people started turning to, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play, games at home, so I need a video card. So then they start buying more and more video cards. So that put a lot of strain on the supply. A lot of people who are producing video cards thought that because this whole nonsense happened, that people wouldn't have a lot of money to spend. Turns out that's not the case. So they may have underestimated the amount of demand there was going to be. That's another factor. Then on top of everything else, all of a sudden the first thing that kind of happened was the scalpers started kind of snatching them all up and trying to resell them because there was a bit of a shortage, leading to an even bigger shortage. Then the miners came in because the mining boom started up, and so then miners are buying video cards in mass to just sit there and waste power solving math, basically from a really basic perspective. I know it's a lot more complicated than that, but just so that you kind of understand what's going on. And so they're buying a bunch of GPUs, and then scalpers are going, oh, they'll pay basically anything for GPUs as long as they can keep making money, leading to more scalping. So it's just all these factors leading to a really bad situation where video cards are incredibly difficult to find. So yeah, that's basically what happened. Vasuki says, sorry for spamming. Well, don't do it again. Oh, we got another spammer. but thank you. I accept your apology, sir. Sir. All right. So, and have you heard about silicon shortage as well? Yeah, I've been hearing about possible silicon shortages. But I also I have some really good news to share. So again, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed for whatever reason, make sure to subscribe because I got some really good news that'll be coming out here pretty soon over the next 2 to 4 days, I believe. And so there's gonna be some awesome stuff that you're definitely gonna want to be subscribed for, and hit that bell icon as well because yeah, I got some good content coming. Actually good news. So that's, yeah, and no one's covered this yet that I know of. So that's pretty awesome. All right, what do we got here? That's the third spammer that's apologized after spamming. Okay, I'll get slow mode on next time. All right, we got like 1,000 viewers still. This is pretty awesome here. I'm probably gonna go for. I'll shoot for probably another 30 minutes here so that you guys have enough time to get all your questions in. But of course, I do still have to put some sort of video up today, so I got to get to that in a little bit. But in any case, let's see what we got here. Random question: how is it even possible that 5700 XT was more powerful than 3060 Ti, which is newer? Was the 5700 XT more powerful than the 3060 Ti? I don't think so. I know it was. I think some people are saying it's more powerful than the 3060, which I could see. 3060 Ti, I don't think that's the case. I'd have to check again. But either way. All right. Let's see what we got here. Do you think it's a good idea? I'm about to buy a GTX 1080 Ti Hall of Fame for 450 euros. That's kind of one of those where it's up to you, man, because like it shouldn't be a good idea, but considering how things are right now, it's kind of up to you whether or not you want to do that, because that's not like horribly expensive, and that is a great version of it, but it's definitely more than it should be. But right now, it may not be that bad of an idea. It's up to you, man. Can we stop staring at the card? Well, let's see what do we got here. We can look at, and I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna let this play here. Where was it? I'm gonna start where they introduced the actual card itself. Yeah, here we go. I'll just let it play. Oh, okay. Let's pull this back up. All right, there we go. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, now you can sit there and watch it. But in any case, yeah. Okay. So we got some more questions coming in here. There we go. Okay, my sound was going off. In any case, we got some more questions coming in here. Now you can actually see something in the background. I'm gonna make myself a little bit bigger. There we go. So can I get a recap? How good did they say it was gonna be? I missed it. So they said that it's apparently gonna be like roughly around 3070 levels. Obviously, that's according to them. We'll see actual reviews. 12 gigabytes of VRAM, looks like 230 watts, up to 2.445 gigahertz, I believe they said. So good stuff. But they didn't announce any like great new software features. The price is a little high, $480. So if you could get it at $480 and you're just a gamer, I think it's probably a good deal. As a content creator myself, I just won't even be looking for these because I can't use them. Maybe so I can get some B-roll, I'll try and get one, because I do like to get new hardware so I can take footage of it, because I actually recently did get a lot more footage of stuff. So that's awesome. Smjort says, would it be enough for running Zoom and Chrome, or would I need a 6900 XT for that? You might I don't know, that might not be enough. Okay, let's see. We had some questions coming in here earlier. I think I missed. Okay. Can't hear audio from the video. Yeah, well, it's already done, so I'm just letting it play in the background. Why can't he use this for content creation? I personally can't do it because last time I tried a 6800 XT, the Premiere Pro just GPU acceleration didn't work at all. So if I used it in the timeline, it would crash. And then if I tried to render videos, it would take I had two options. Either the video would turn out messed up, or I could do it all in the CPU, which would take like an hour. Versus like it takes like 6 minutes on my current NVIDIA card. So it's not an option for me, unfortunately. All right, Krish Saptai says, what GPU with ray tracing do you recommend for 1080p 70 hertz monitor? Probably 3060 should be fine. That should be fine in theory. All right, so do you think AMD will make a card equivalent to a 5500 XT or 5600 XT? It's going to be a while. They will. They'll get to it, but right now it makes no sense to release them. I mean, they're selling every card they can get that for, again, $480 and up. And if you're expecting the AIB models to be priced good, it's not. It's going to be ugly, guys. It is going to be ugly. Someone said, GSK Gaming says, I have a stupid question. Can you use thermal paste as a toothpaste? What? No, don't do that. I'm sure that's incredibly harmful for you. That's a terrible idea. Oh, my Lord. Wait, you can't? Okay, so Mario Pick says, is it possible they could have been putting thermal pad inside? They did use a thermal pad, it looks like. I don't like that. I think they're throwing away thermal performance. Starfax says, your teeth will be super cool, though. Yeah, and you'll probably get thermal paste poisoning. Is it okay to replace thermal pads with thermal paste? I feel like in the past, sometimes it's worked. I haven't tried it with the reference cooler, so I can't really fully answer that question for you. You probably can, but you may need to put like more pressure on the coolers to from the back, like put washers on the back or something, so that it has more pressure, allowing it to make better contact. But I don't know. It may be engineered in a way that that's not really possible. So it's hard to say. But yeah, you could like easily, I think that you could probably pretty easily get at least another 5 degrees back just by using basically any thermal paste. I wouldn't be surprised if you get like 8 degrees Celsius better cooling performance, to be honest with you. Coffee Pickle says, have you tried overclocking a 3060? I was able to get mine to within 5 to 10 per FPS of a 3060 Ti. That's pretty crazy. I got that Zotac one sitting in my girlfriend's PC right now. I wanted to get to overclocking it later today if I have a chance. Unfortunately, in typical Zotac fashion, this is another thing that pisses me off with them. They locked off the voltage slider. Now, the voltage slider admittedly doesn't do very much, but why? I'm even on the MSI Afterburner beta. I'm using the correct stuff, and it's not working for me. I don't know. Maybe we need another new MSI Afterburner beta, but I wouldn't be surprised if Zotac once again locked off voltage control. I've had that problem with them in the past. So that's annoying because you could be throwing away like 30 megahertz or something, which, again, not very much, but it's still annoying. I'll have to see, though, because supposedly the Zotac 3060, according to BuildZoid, when I watched his video, what I remember, he said that it has like basically a 3070 PCB with all the VRM stuff and all the SP caps and all that stuff fully populated, and the MLCCs and stuff, I think. So it should have like a really beefy VRM. Unfortunately, it's just a single 8-pin to it. It does allow for 10% more power, it looked like. I think they could allow for more than that. Because what's the reference power? Let's look up RTX 3060 TDP. Let's see, because that should tell you. Specs. Okay. What we got here looks like, let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. TDP 170 watts. I mean, oh, only 10% more? It's only an additional 17 watts. You can push more than that. With an 8-pin in PCIe, they should be able to easily do 225 watts. Come on, guys. Why not like 20% more? At least 15. Okay, whatever. Typical Zotac fashion. They got this great PCB and just don't let you fully utilize it. Okay. Maybe, does it have a dual BIOS switch on that? Because maybe I'll flash the BIOS. Put something on there that can do 220 watts instead of like 197 watts. I don't know. Is that really worth it? Probably not. Whatever. Anyway. Let's see if we got any other questions in here. All right, so this stream's gonna keep going on here for about another 20 minutes. Is a good time to get in your questions if you have any. Let's see what we have here. Oris Waterforce RTX 2080 Ti for 500. Should I go for it? Yes. 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 Go for that right now. Do it right now. Stop what you're doing and buy that right now. Because you're basically going to get 3070 performance, 3 gigabytes more VRAM, and water cooled. I mean, if I don't know if that's like an AIO or if you need like a whole setup. If you do need a setup and you have the setup to take advantage of that, I'd buy that right freaking now. Because for $500, that's basically 3070 MSRP. You better not tell anyone where that's available. That is so worth it. That's so beyond worth it. It's secondhand, not new. Who cares? $500 for a 2080 Ti water cooled? Woo! Dollars, euros, euro dollars, eddies. Could you explain the difference between dynamic fidelity FX and DLSS AI? So fidelity FX super resolution and DLSS are going to be essentially the same thing. DLSS will just be taking advantage of NVIDIA's Tensor cores. DLSS came first. We don't know when Fidelity FX Super Resolution is going to hit. Hopefully soon. Jeez. Let's see. What do we got here? Can this only be bought online, or can we go to store in person? Probably only online. Someone said, I have an RX 570 2-fan Biostar and I want to squeeze the heck out of it. Please give me some tips. So, first of all, before I tell you anything, now I've never ever degraded or destroyed a GPU with overclocking, but keep in mind it's technically possible that you could just degrade or destroy a GPU by overclocking it. So if I tell you anything and you break something, don't come crying to me because I hold no responsibility for what you do. But MSI Afterburner is a good place to start. And then what I typically do is I go into MSI Afterburner settings and I unlock voltage control and voltage monitoring. And again, this is just what I do, but I typically just like max out the voltage, max out the power, and start pushing up the core until it starts becoming unstable. And then I drop it back like 20, 30 megahertz. Then I start with the memory and I start pushing that up until it becomes unstable or it stops increasing its benchmark score. So you're going to want something to benchmark that with. But like the RX 570, you can probably squeeze quite a bit out of if you do want to get into overclocking. But that's just what I do. Everyone does it different, so. Pause video at 8:35. Yeah, sure. We can do that. 8:35. Oh, okay. Hold on. How long is this video? Let's see. I think I'm getting to it. I think I'm there. Oh. Hold on. Okay, is this it? Yeah, here we go. Oh, hold on. I mean, hold on. It was a little bit later that he compared it to newer ones, wasn't it? Was it here? Was it here? Okay, here we go. Okay, so yeah, if you want to see, he's got 3060 Ti and 3070. It does appear to be faster than the 3060 Ti, but the 3060 Ti is $400. It looks like, depending on the title, it can be a little faster, a little slower. Looking at these, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I think, runs pretty well on AMD. Borderlands 3, I believe, also runs pretty well on AMD. I don't know about Black Ops Cold War. Cyberpunk 2077 is obviously favoring NVIDIA. Dirt 5, I mean, I think it is anyway, because it's sponsored by them and stuff. They're sponsored? And I don't know if it's sponsored. Whatever. It uses ray tracing and all that. Dirt 5, I believe that runs like really well on AMD cards. Gears 5, not sure. Hitman 3, I believe runs pretty well on AMD. Watch Dogs Legion, I think that runs typically better on NVIDIA. So it looks like most of the stuff they're showing, at least from what I remember, runs fairly well on AMD. So you got to keep that in mind. I wouldn't be surprised if when like the actual benchmarks come out from people like Hardware Unboxed and such, that it ends up being a little closer to the 3060 Ti versus the 3070. But we'll have to wait and see what happens there. In any case, let me pull up the chat again. All right. All right. Do we know a benchmark for Valorant and Fortnite and 6700 XT? I didn't see anything. All right. Vasuki says, which is better, GTX 1060 3GB or RX 570 4GB? I don't know in terms of performance which one's better at now. I don't know how that's shaken up. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the 570 now, but I don't know. But I would just get the 574 gigabyte, because that extra gigabyte it's going to make a big difference. Even if it's like slower, I'd rather have it. All right. Was the VRAM counts referencing actual VRAM usage or just allocation? That's something that I don't fully know. Because like with Black Ops Cold War, I've seen it like ask for VRAM and then just not really perform better. I don't know. It's hard to say. I would guess that they're just showing what it's asking for. So that may not totally be accurate. But if you did play those games at 4K, I think there would be a good chance you'd be exceeding that 8GB limit on quite a few games. If you max all the settings. Which again, you gotta remember, even if you don't have the VRAM that it's asking for, it should still run fine. It'll just start dipping into your RAM, and it'll try and do that in a smart way typically. And the more and more that you don't, like, if you're way off, if it's asking for like 24 gigabytes and you've got 12, there's gonna be a problem. But if it's asking for 13 gigabytes or 12.5 and you've got 12, there really shouldn't be too much of an issue. So yeah. Is GTX 1050 Ti 4GB good for old games like Rise of the Tomb Raider? If you manage your expectations, yes. Like, you're gonna be playing 1080p, 60 hertz will probably be your what you're trying to shoot for. You'll also be probably reducing settings, so it's not going to be like 4K 144 hertz max settings. It's just not going to happen. That's just the way it is. How many seconds before it'll go out of stock? I do not have faith in AMD being able to meet demand with these cards. What are the good news you said? Oh, he's asking someone else. Okay. All right. So we got about 10 more minutes. I'm going to do the stream, and then I'm going to probably shut it down. So if you got some pressing questions you want to get in, now's a good time to do so. Again, remember, if you want to get added to the Discord, our channel Discord, which I have up right now, best way to do that would be to do a super chat and then get a hold of me after the stream. So the best places to get a hold of me would be Twitter or my email. All right, so Jordan Blunt says, so I'm new to computer gaming and I need a new graphics card. Right now I have a 6GB GTX 970. 6GB? Worth it? 970? It's 4GB, right? Yeah. What would be the biggest boost in performance and game quality? There's a lot of options you got there, like 3060, 3060 Ti, 3070, 6700 XT, like basically anything 3060 and up should be a pretty big jump. So, Sleepy Elk says, "What's your Discord?" Well, you gotta do. I'm only handing out private links to people who either support on Patreon or do super chats during my live stream. So that's the way it is. Showtime says, "Oh, sorry, I meant to say it, but you said that there are good news that no one covered. What are they?" Well, you got to be subscribed for that because there will be some videos coming out over this week. So, yeah, that's gonna be. Trust me, there's some actually really good news that I think a lot of people are gonna be excited to hear. But I'm saving it. I'm saving it for the video. And then in the Discord, we got Natrain says 6700 XT available March 2022. That's about right. You got to sneak an Anakin quote into the next video. This is outrageous. This is unfair. How could they release a card and not have stock? Which 3080/70 is the best performance for price? I don't know about 3070, but I'd say the 3080 Tough's like a really good one. Is 3060 Ti better than 6700 XT in your opinion? Yes and no. Like the 6700 XT could end up being a better gaming card, but like I'd say the 3060 Ti might have more use. You got stuff like the NV encoder. I know Premiere works on it. I know that it's got good streaming. I know that it's good for rendering type stuff because all the shaders it has. It's got the RTX voice. It's just got a lot of extra features. So that's some interesting stuff you get with that. Do you know what'll be available March 18th? What's your favorite games? So right now I'm playing Demon's Souls and I'm also playing Valheim on PC. I was playing a lot of Apex Legends for a while, and then we just decided to take a break because it's gotten just outrageously sweaty. It's so hyper competitive that we're stressing out. So we needed a break from that. I'm waiting for some, like, Baldur's Gate 3. I really can't wait to play that on PC. That's going to be awesome. I have played the early access like 2 times through now. I may play it again soon. I know a big update just landed, so that's pretty good. I played Cyberpunk and I really enjoyed the story, but I just, like, the game needs a lot of work for me to come back to it. So I'm not coming back till they fix a lot of the problems they have. Matthew Hurley says, so NVIDIA or AMD in your opinion overall? It's really depends on what you're doing, and it depends on each like segment in the market. So there is no one or the other. Star Fox says, Valheim server, what could go wrong? Well, my friends, we do have a private server going on right now with about 5 people. All right. Will there be a 6700 non-XT fail-in says? There definitely will be at some point. Okay, Showtime says, what MSRP you think will be the 6700 XT in retailers? Probably $600 to $650 would be my guess. So yeah, that's gonna be real exciting. No, wait, what's 60? I don't know the UK price. You can just quickly convert that typically, but sometimes a little different too. Tim says, I bet you can't say my family name. I think he's saying Majulaine. Is it Majulaine? Tell me if I got that right. I'm feeling good on that one. I think I got close. Mr. Dixovich should be about 350 to 360. I don't know what he's talking about, but that's a fantastic. Not really, but almost. See, I think I got pretty close there. I bet you can't say my first name. Is Flormond? I think I got that right. I think I'm feeling pretty decent on that one. Sometimes I really butcher them. What would your main advice to get your hands on a 3070 or 3080 EU for a normal price? Actually, if you go to my channel, I made a whole video on like the best methods to buy one, and there's a lot of information in there. So I would just go over to my channel and start looking down for a video saying like how to buy a 3080 or something, something like that. Is Founder Edition? Hold on. Is the RTX 3070 worth $800? No, not really. But I guess that's up to you. John Makowski says, do you think 3070 Ti will come with 16 or 10 gigabytes of VRAM? 10. It should come with 10. All right, can you live demonstrate of your intro where you turn around? All right, I'll do it one more time. Oh, that was kind of bad. Had to get up early today. Okay, is 6700 XT worth $479? Yes and no, but mostly yes. So, I think it should be cheaper, but realistically, it is what it is. All right. Tim Majuline says, thanks for the live stream. I'm going to head out. Bye. All right. Yeah, have a good one. I will be wrapping up the live stream here in about a minute. So if you got a question that you desperately need answered, now's your chance. And then I'll be ending this so that I can go ahead and start making a video. So that's the plan. All right, we got, is the Founders Edition fine, though, over the Tough? What are the drawbacks? I mean, the Tough would be a little better, but the Founders Edition should be fine. It should have pretty decent cooler, decent VRMs, decent overclocking. It should be fine. Nothing wrong with it. It's actually one of the better 3080s, I would think, if you're talking about 3080. Not the best, but it's certainly good. Nate Train over in the Discord. Basically, when they say it's available, liar! You turned him against me. How's Bitcoin working? How do graphics cards make money? I think it's a little too late to get into that now. But in any case, overall, I think it's a good graphics card. It's exciting for gamers, but you know what? When it comes to the price, this is outrageous. This is unfair. And so I think I'm going to end it on that. But thank you everyone so much for watching. If you're still watching, you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscription button. There should be a video going out today. Hopefully, there definitely is going to be one going out Friday, potentially Thursday. But this whole week, there's going to be some really good videos coming out. I got some good news to share with you guys that I don't think has been covered by really anyone else yet so far. So definitely be on the lookout for that. If you are subscribed, hit that bell icon. But again, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.